Burns now with a cross. This is Vernon! Vernon scores! Grimsby turned his head back! Utter delirium at Brundle Park! Charles Vernon! Delivered, far post, touchdown!
Penalty, great composure. Brian Mbeumo, he doesn't miss, does he?
The customary short run up for Brian Mbeumo. Stuttering run up, and hits the crossbar! Manchester United are out! Brian Mbeumo has rattled the crossbar!
This is TNT Sports' Adam Summerton, and you're listening to Three Fish on the Shirt.
Welcome to this week's Three Fish on the Shirt. We've got two smiley faces, two happy mariners here for this week's episode as we record pretty much immediately after the game at Cheltenham. So we'll come back to that in a second. Steve still supporting the Mariners from Tenerife. It's just not good enough. Just not good enough. So we're here keeping the momentum going. And keeping the momentum going is something that there's a bit of a theme of at the minute, which is what we like. First things first, thanks to our sponsors, Winner Winner Chicken Dinner, for continuing to sponsor us. They were more than impressed with our little video of the work that they do in the community last week, as were BR Fish, who were delighted to see the output of our visit to see them last week. So that's great. So well done, Winner Winner, and We Are Fish. Next up, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. It'll keep you up to date with episodes that are coming up, and it'll keep us moving on as a channel. So if you don't already, click the subscribe button, click the bell notification, and you'll be all set, and so will we. So after all those messages are out of the way, thank you very much, and welcome, Ross.
Hello, how are we doing?
I think we're doing all right. I think we're always a bit smiley on a win, and it's not just a win. It's 5 clean sheets on the trot, 4 wins on the trot, and no goals conceded for 485 minutes. However your team's playing, I think you can say that's all right. That.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? The defence and the keeper, give credit to them. They've shown a good willing, and they've not conceded. And I think it's hard to, especially in this league, anyway. It's hard to say you can do that as a feat. I mean, the last time we did it was in 1997. From what I've heard.
Yeah, you were born.
That was the year I was born, and December 1997 as well.
And a belated happy birthday for earlier in the week, by the way.
Yes, it was my birthday. But thank you very much.
So I'm just giving out away how old you are as well.
Yeah, good point. December 1997. So I would have been nearly 1. So but that was the last time we did it. So it is a hard feat to do, especially in this league. So credits to the boys at the back; they're doing really well, and Jackson Smith helps as well in goal.
Yeah, and I was pleased that we managed to do it with Sam Lavelle, because he's had a bit of a fits and starts getting in and not playing, and Bromley, I think he missed a header to. Oh no, it was Weston. He missed a header for them to score.
Yeah, he did.
And it was just like, not sure, but he's done his bit today, and he's looked all right. As have the back four, and I think Jackson at the back in goal probably gives them a bit of confidence and a bit of comfort as well.
Yeah, he's more vocal than any other keeper I think we've had really recently anyway. And I think that's what they need at the back. They need someone behind them that they can rely on and they can trust. If it goes behind them, they know they've got him in goal. And this seems to be really helping at the moment. Jaden Sweeney for me today felt like he struggled down that left side. I felt like they were punishing him a lot today.
They were trying to push it as well, weren't they? They've probably done the homework and thought, he's got a new baby. He's going to be struggling to sleep. He's not going to be on top form. Let's attack him down there, see what he's made of.
So I think that's really today the only probably downfall of our defence. But he's awesome every other day, so I'm not bothered.
Yeah, there's plenty in the bank, isn't there, for him? We've got plenty to talk about from today's game. Well, just a bit of quick news from around the place since we last spoke, and we can come back to it again in the news. But quick reaction to Danny Rose leaving the building earlier on in the week. It's not something we spoke about because it happened after last week's pod. Thoughts?
Right move. I said it for a number of weeks on the pod. I said, well, I actually said he was going to go to Oldham.
We went far off because he'd gone to FC United of Manchester's training ground.
Yeah, but he's gone to Barrow, and I think they do need a striker. Whether or not he does any good, we'll see. I hope he does well. I do like Rosie, and I think he was a good player for us. He got double digits when he was with us last couple of seasons, goals wise, and he was a player we needed. But this season, I don't think we have needed him. We've had other strikers that have come in and kind of took his place. He's had injuries as well, which not helped him. But hopefully Barrow can use him and utilise him, and hopefully he can bang some goals in for him and get him up the league a bit more.
Apart from one game later on in the year.
Apart from that one,
yeah, obviously. So back to today then. Town went in with a pretty similar team to last week. Soon Bell still up front. Sam Llewellyn at the back for Doug Tharm. What did you make of the starting lineup? Were you pleased with it, or did you have any reservations?
Yeah, there's only one change from last week. Obviously, like I said, Lavell's come in for Farm because Farm looks like he's injured for the season. But I didn't mind the team. In a way, I would have preferred maybe Cookie starting. For me, since Bell last couple of games, he's trying very hard, and I think he's wanting this goal. He's hunting for a goal, a bit like what Kabia was.
Yeah.
But it's just not coming. And even like today, holding the ball up, I just felt like it was very soft, and he just didn't seem to get into the game today.
And he gets a bit panicky when he does get a chance, I think, as well.
Yeah. So I think Cookie probably would have been better. But overall, I thought the team was all right. It probably would have been a lineup that I would have gone for. Maybe Walker if he was around, but he didn't go today. So people are saying that there was selection issues and that was a selection problem. Too many people was around, and Walker just didn't fit in. But then I've also heard that he's got a knock. So don't know what that one's about.
Keep them guessing. I think David Artell likes to keep other teams guessing about who's available, who's not. And one thing is clear: if we are going to do any good this season, it is going to need everybody to be ready at some point. Yeah,
we're going to need rotation, especially in February. February we've got 4 games in 10 days, so it's it's going to be a lot of rotation in the squad.
Yeah, so another talking point for later that as fixtures rejigged midweek. We'll come back to that. But today, Town kicked off and played the best move of the game, probably football-wise, in the first 5 minutes. And it resulted in Greeny getting hold of the ball, probably 20, 25 yards out. And you just thought, who's going to have a pop here? That's early for us having a shot. And we've heard Levi Archer, watching as usual. Describe it as it just seemed to keep going, and that from our angle, he was right behind it, I guess, in the away end. But it was still rising when it hit the net, wasn't it? It was just one of them.
Yeah, I don't think it could get any more. Don't think it can get any more top corner than the top corner. I felt like it just stuck in that stanchion, and that was where it went. Yeah, absolutely thunderbolt of a strike. You like I say, as soon as he went to hit it, I thought this is either going to get really bad, and he just go wayward, or it's going to be a really good goal. And at least it's on target. Even if it was a shot on target and the keeper saved it, I'd been happy. But yeah, as soon as it went in, I flew out my chair and
watching on a screen, you can hardly tell where it's going to go. There's not much difference in the first couple of milliseconds of the shot happening that you can tell whether it's going to hit the net or the stanchion of the stand. And in this case, it was just wow, what a fantastic start, and gives everyone a boost, gets everybody up. But I thought after that, we backed off a little bit too much. Not immediately, but towards half time, we kind of got further back, and we let them get back into it.
Yeah, we got the goal, and I've said on my review time, it's already out on TikTok. But
at Rossi,
we seem to, at that one, that's one. I felt like we just soaked up pressure, and I feel like we dropped off, and we just let them try and come at us, and they were coming at us. They had quite a few efforts in the first half, because we was dropping too deep. It gave the chance for the wingers. Jordan Thomas, one of their players on the wing, I think probably one of their best players today. again ran right down the wing near Sweeney, kept absolutely mugging Sweeney off, and that's probably why he went off in the end. Really good player. Cheltenham hit the post with a long range shot, and it come out.
And they had a sitter missed as well.
Yeah, that was second half. I think that was. I think that was second half. Was it Cundy?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. That was right.
Yeah, second half. Cundy missed the sitter in the second half, which could have equalised the game easily. I don't know how he's missed it, but he has. As a centre back kind of shot. So luckily, he's centre back and not a striker.
Literally put it in the only place where he wasn't going to score.
Yeah,
and it would have been harder to put it wide, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and then George Miller in the first half, where he's basically got the ball in the box and had the shot, and it's gone straight at Smith. I mean, for me, when I've looked it back, it looks like he's offside anyway. But the other people are saying it wasn't. He should have scored. It should have been 1-1 then. But yeah, we got lucky, I think, today with some of the shots they had. I think they could have punished us. Maybe if it was a better team, and they had better players, maybe we would have been punished. Yeah. But luckily it was all right.
You cover what's in front of you, can't you? And having weathered the storm, there was one moment of real concern where it looked like Jackson had tweeted something, and we're thinking, "Oh Christ, no keeper on the bench." So was that just a ploy to make his going down with cramp or whatever it was look a bit more obvious or a bit more genuine? Because he didn't seem to struggle after that.
No, I don't know, because obviously we messaged through the game anyway, and we update each other and whatnot. But I said to you, it looked like he's struggling with his hamstring. But even the commentators were saying it beforehand, before he went down, that he was struggling. Yeah. And then he finally went down, I don't know, five minutes later on.
35 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's kind of got when I got worried when he was down, and I thought, we ain't got a sub keeper, so what do we do? Like, realistically, if you look at your squad, who's going in goal?
Yeah.
Because I looked at all of them and I'm thinking, who could actually go in there and actually do all right?
Pearson.
Apart from that, Crowdson.
Yeah. Oh, I think I put Pearson in first. Sorry, Steve, if you're watching, love you really.
Yeah.
No, but I think that period. It took the stuffing out of Cheltenham, that though, didn't it? It worked, whether it was genuine or otherwise, whether it was a Crocamism or whether it was genuine. It worked, and I wonder if the apparent struggle was part of the ploy to make it look genuine, because lots of keepers do it now and they clamp down a bit on things like that once they start to see patterns, don't
they? Yeah, I mean, like say Cambridge, when we were playing Cambridge, Cheltenham. Yeah, they were battering us that first half, and maybe he was just taking the pressure off and making us, stick to our formation and go back to our ways and get ourselves sorted again, headspace wise. But after that, he was absolutely fine, like you say. And luckily, hopefully, he's all right. But the thing is, he's always got. I don't know if you noticed, he has always got either his thigh or his knee taped. Smith. Don't know if that's a recurring injury or he's just got it there for safety. I don't know.
It's all part of the ploy. So we can say
he's had that since he's come. He's had that since he's come.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
It's probably like Crocombe too, but he's even more prepared. Look, ref, I've got a bandage on it. Why would I have a bandage on it if I'm just going to play acting? No, good so point. Panic over. We get to half time at 1-0, and you're thinking, good, can we keep this going? But at 1-0, as a Town fan, you're always one goal away from a panic, and I think that's when I started looking at the clean sheet numbers and thinking, wow, we've gone that long without conceding. It's got to be in the minds of the players. We don't want to throw that record away, even if we win 1-0.
Yeah, I don't know how they've done it, to be fair. I mean, you look at our defence and you think, especially even before we got all these clean sheets, these 5 clean sheets, we were always conceding goals because of stupid mistakes and stuff like that.
It was shocking.
Like Majana had so many mistakes in him, Rogers had mistakes in him, Lavelle and Farm, and there's so many mistakes we had. And obviously Pym, we had Pym in goal, so I didn't help. But it's
stabilised.
The fact that we haven't got 5 clean sheets in a row. It doesn't make sense.
The last league goal we conceded was on the 20th of December at Bromley in the 55th minute. So we've had 35 minutes there without conceding, and then 90 against Oldham, Shrewsbury, Fleetwood, Barnet, and today. Incredible. Like I say, you almost can't
really good.
Can't believe it. And as a fan, what more can you ask for?
No, you can't ask for any more. I mean, we always slate. Well, we say we. Most Grimsby fans slate. The way we can play sometimes, and we need to be more attacking, etc., etc. A bit like Barnet last week.
Yeah.
We went 1-0 up, and then it kind of it went stale again. And they were on the Glover was on the front foot, who actually scored today for Barnet as well. We thought we're going to concede here, and we're not attacking more, but we've got another clean sheet at the end of it. So, can we really moan?
It wasn't just us last week,
so.
actually, that spotted Glover either. He got plaudits from everywhere, didn't he?
Yeah, he is a good player. I don't know if he's still going to be there. I think he'll move on in the summer. Surely someone will pick him up.
Yeah. Whoever gets him will be happy, I'm sure, if he plays anything like he has. So, second half we came out. I didn't think we ever went as under the cosh as we had in that sort of 10-15 minute spell in the first half. But Cheltenham had their chances, but they never really troubled us. I didn't think the shots they had were high, wide, and not very handsome. What pressure we did have to deal with, it was pretty toothless in any event.
They didn't really. Second half it was harder. I think it was a nice end. I thought end to end it was a great second half. I thought. Both teams were going for it. We had chances, and they go up the pitch and they tried something. Like I say, Cundy had that chance. He could have scored. He should have scored. They've tried a few other things. I think from straight off from the second half, our defence has made it clear that they don't want to get it past them. With Sam Lavelle putting George Miller into the advertising boards.
Yeah, I thought that wasn't cool. I thought Miller had the last touch.
I mean, I watched it back and on the replay, and you can see Lavelle's kind of just like shrugged him off him, but as he has gone full pelt into him. I'm surprised he's not done more damage, to be fair.
It is quite tight though. It
is,
there, isn't it? It's quite.
My other half was like, "Why is the fans so close to the pitch?" I said, "Because that's just the way that stadium is. It's
grounds out.
It is a
I had to see a comment about. I think it's Wrexham's new ground. We're talking about. A chap was talking in an interview, and I think it was something to do with Wrexham. And he was talking about how far it's going to be behind the goal, the new stand. It's like 8 meters, which feels quite a lot. And what's 8? It's 24 foot. So it's like 4 6 foot men end to end. Seems like a long way behind the goal for a new setup. But apparently, it's something to do with UEFA regulations. They've got high expectations to get into Europe through the Welsh Cup or something. But But interestingly, these grounds are nothing like that, are they? You're about 4 foot.
No.
It's like,
You're literally on the pitch pretty much nearly. You saw some of the fans. Even I laughed in the first half where you got Artell at the dugout, and the Cheltenham fans had just stood behind him talking to him.
Apparently,
I couldn't believe it.
Apparently, Artell fell over at some point.
Oh really?
Yeah, just before the game, nephew messaged me and said, I've just missed videoing David Artell falling over, or the gaffer falling over. He said,
"Won't surprise me with his dance moves he does in the game." I said to him, "Was it Barnet? There's someone else." I said to someone next to me. I said he'll be on Strictly next because the way he does all this moving around and stuff, trying to explain to the players what he needs to do. Yeah, it's so funny to watch him.
Yeah. We'll have to get a camera just on him for a game.
Yeah, we do.
So the second half, we've had a few chances from one end to the other. Town got into the box a few times without fashioning sort of gilt-edged chances. And 74th minute, Kabia's been on the pitch, about 15 minutes? He came on, didn't he, for Soon-Sup Bell after about an hour. He's far out on the right, knocks the ball into the box, and as it's coming down, Cook's leaping in front of the keeper to try and get something on it to score. And the ball ends up in the net, and nobody's any the wiser whether it was Cook or Kabia scoring. So I still think we could toss a coin and argue the toss over it. So let's talk about some of the reasoning behind why we think that at the minute. So what was your first view?
Well, I thought just before it went in, I thought Kabia's crossed the ball and it's gone over Cook and the defender and just gone the bottom corner, and keeper's wrong-footed and it's just gone past him. And to me, looking back at the replay, it does still look like that. I still don't think Cook got a touch to it.
My immediate thought is, Cook, he must have got a touch to that. That must have been Cook goal because he's on the spot. But looking at it again, like you say, I'm with you. What about your man at the match, Levi? What did he say?
Yeah, Levi. I mean, even there's Levi, Kerry, Liv and Jake all there behind the goal, and even they've said Kerry said that she thought that Cook got a touch on it, and it looked like his body language looks like he's got a touch to it. Jake and Levi and them have said that I reckon it's just gone straight in. No one really knows, and they've got the better angle than we have. So it's hard to tell, isn't it?
I'm a nephew, Jordan, and little Tommy, who actually is a good luck charm. He's been to 3 games since Swindon was his opener away, 2-2. Shrewsbury at home 1-0, and this one. So I think Tommy is a bit of a lucky charm for us. Good lad, Tom.
Good. Keep going to games.
Keep going to the games, Tommy. Yeah. But Jordan said to me that, I mean, he was like 10 foot behind the goal, was right almost in the net, and he said Kabia's goal, Cook never touched it. But the BBC have given it to Cook, Sky and all them, the media have given it to Cook.
Definitely did.
And the club seemed to have acknowledged that after the club gave it to Kabia. So it really is throw a dice, and if you get an even number, it's Cook. If you get an odd number, it's Kabia. I don't know. So,
yeah, I mean, the club looked like, I saw on X, the club gave it to Kabia.
Yeah.
I'm not sure after that, but then, like we've said about celebrations, like everyone's gone over to Kabia and celebrating with him. Cook's not really celebrated at all.
I thought actually on the close up of Cook in the aftermath of the goal, after it's gone in, he's kind of pointed to Kabia, and everybody's gone to him. So I don't know. In my final analysis of the goal, I actually ended up with, "Who cares? We're now 2-0 up."
Yeah,
and,
which then absolutely not the stuffing out of Cheltenham, and
yeah,
to me that was game over. Then I think Cheltenham just offered nothing after.
I think you're right. Did Steve Cottrell get a yellow card?
I don't know.
Somebody commented that he got a yellow
Steve,
card. I thought I missed
Steve
that.
said, didn't Steve say in Tenerife that they've got a? I don't know how you've seen this, by the way.
No, I don't.
On his sunbed.
On his TV.
Yeah, Cottrell got a yellow card, and I was like, I literally watched the game.
I can't remember whether it was you that said it, whether it was him that said it, or whether it was Jordan at the game who said it. Oh, we'll have to.
Steve said yellow card for Cottrell.
That might be.
Not seeing it. Didn't see him get one though.
It could have been on his Sky app, because Sky app's quite detailed in news ad bookings and what have you.
Yeah, maybe, but camera was never on it. Maybe worth asking, see if Levi and them actually knew about it.
Yeah.
See if they saw it at the game, but there's nothing on cameras, so.
Just have a look on the Sky app to see if they've got anything, because I'd say that's the only other thing I know he looks at. It's
a bit like last week, though, wasn't it, for Barnet, because they never actually recorded, never actually got Barnet manager sent off.
No.
So.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Not sure about that one.
Doesn't say anything about him on there in the lineups. All the other yellows are in. There's a few yellow cards floating about. Robbie Cundy and Ben Stevenson for Cheltenham, and then Churi and Corey for us.
Rogers as well. Did you get that one?
Rogers, yeah. No, I didn't get Rogers. I was just trying to look on
it. Yeah.
Rogers.
Corey,
and Corey,
Rogers.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I thought the ref was going to start handing out more and more. After he'd given the Churi one, there was at least one other foul on one of our players. I think it was on Churi or somebody running through the middle. I thought, how's he not giving a yellow after giving that? It was fairly even overall. So, as you say, comfortable at the end. Nice to get that win. Nice to keep the clean sheet. Doesn't seem to have buoyed us in the league table very much, but if you look at the table, it kind of has. In that with Chesterfield losing, we're only 1 point behind them. We've played a game less. So the buoyancy in the table is probably stored for the next game or two, because we're still 5 points from the playoffs, but we're only a point behind Chesterfield with one game behind them, and 2 points.
They lost today, didn't they?
2 points behind Colchester, who we play on Tuesday. Yeah, lost 2. Was it 2-0 at Newport?
2-1 in the end. Chesterfield got a goal by Mark Candy.
Right. Is he the little lad who run up front?
That's the one.
The small man. Oh, sorry. No offence to small men. we love small men. They're perfectly nice. So yeah, 3,900 odd there today. 500 town fans, which is a good turnout. Including Levi, Jordan, and the usual crowd. So on to Colchester next Tuesday. What do you reckon? It's quite soon after. It's a good trek, another good trek. The fixture writers don't seem to be very happy with that. Colchester doing quite well as well.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what I'm going to do prediction wise because I think it's going to be an hard game. They're decent at home. They're a very decent league anyway. We've obviously got these clean sheets under our belts and we're on a decent run. So I think it can go either way. And obviously we've got another hard game as well on the Saturday after against MK at home. So 2 really hard games coming up and we need to... I mean, out of them 2 games, I'd love to get 4 points somewhere, if we could.
Yeah, they're 2 tough games, aren't they? As you say, with teams at that level, we tend to, or we seem to have done quite well against them sort of teams this year. Am I just imagining that? we've done okay.
Well, we beat MK away. Colchester at home, we lost.
Walsall away, we won. Drew at Swindon, won at Salford.
Yeah.
Haven't played Notts yet. Cambridge haven't played yet. Yes, we haven't done too bad, have we? So we'll see how we get on.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be an hard one.
It'll be interesting to see how lineups go because you can see us playing probably a slightly different game to what we played today. But I think against them teams where we're not expected to do as well, I think we seem to do all right. I was probably worried about today that we would underperform in a game where we had a good chance, and we seem to have come through that. So. Yeah,
I said to many people that we need to win today, especially with these 2 games coming up. At least get a win today, and then we can build on that for the next 2 games. Yeah. If we'd have lost today, and then lost Colchester, lost at MK, then again we're going back to fucking square one, and we've got to catch up again.
Yeah.
So at least we've got the win today, up to 10th, I think now, and. Yeah, we just got to keep plugging away now.
Yeah, so Colchester beat Fleetwood with 2 first half goals. Ennis scored for Fleetwood in the second half, but it's Lisby and Mbick who got the goals, created by Jack Payne and Tavida. So all their sort of players you've heard of and have got a reputation assisting and scoring the goals, I see.
Yeah, Mbick scored against us, didn't he? And he lobbed the keeper, did he? And Lisby, really good player for Colchester at the moment as well.
Yeah.
I've always liked Payne at Colchester, so he's going to be a tricky little player in midfield. Tavide's always hit and miss. You never know what you're going to get with him. Anderson, I don't know if he's fit. So they've got so many good players, Colchester.
Yeah.
Just wait and see what we get with them, but obviously maybe they'll do some rotation as well, same as us.
We never seem to get Colchester on a Saturday afternoon. We all seem to get them on a Tuesday, a Friday, or a Thursday night, don't we? Of late,
yeah.
And also we have the challenge of it being on, particularly in the last few years where the pitch has been particularly wet. But looking around elsewhere at the results today: Barnet 3, Oldham 2, Notts County 1, Crewe 0. You watched that, didn't you?
I did watch that game. I thought I'd watch that instead of the other game. I thought Notts want to be more entertaining. In a way, it was. Notts should have been easily 3 or 4 goals up. The chances they had, Dennis missed a sitter at the end. And they've missed a few chances. Crewe, very inconsistent again. They've tried to have some chances, but nothing's going. The passes were a bit sluggish today as well, and yeah, they're just, I don't know what Crewe is about. They're just every season they're so hit and miss.
Like Marmite, aren't they? Jetta got the winner. That caught him up with Kabia in the goals chart. Still can't get over that stat. And if Kabia gets finally accredited with a goal today, he'll be back in front with 12. But we'll see how that pans out in the stats department. Barrow 0, Crawley 1. I'm just checking. Did our man start?
He did.
Yeah, played him up front. So that's a losing start to Danny Rose's Barrow career, and Crawley scored in the last minute. Interested to note that Chishmanga left them this week to go to Barnet. Interesting move. An odd one. He's starting to get to a point where he's had more clubs than Jack Nicklaus, hasn't he?
I don't get how he gets away with it, to be fair.
Scored twice today, though.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's a good player, though. This is what I don't get. He's a good player, but he just can't seem to stick at a club.
Yeah, it's weird.
Must get bored.
And you wonder with some of these players. We've had a few ourselves, haven't we? And mentioned it last week. Players like Jordan Maguire-Drew who have got bags of talent, but never seem to stay at a club for more than 5 minutes. Anyway, it is what it is. Crawley get the win at Barrow last minute as well, so that'll be a bit of a goaler for Danny Rose and the crowd up at Barrow or Manchester, whichever way you want to call them. At Bromley 2, Swindon 1. Oh, that's really upsetting.
Absolutely shite. That's how I feel because we've gone and lost. There's 9 points above us. We're out of other cut. Our souls fell out. That's what it looked like. But that's what it looked like.
I don't like to see my old mate Holloway get on the losing side, but they went 1-0 up after 10 minutes and conceded a last-minute Kabamba goal, which gives Bromley their routine 2 goals a match that they seem to be able to do. You just can't fault them, can you? Just banging in a couple of goals minimum at home and getting the wins. Cambridge 4, Tranmere 2. Tranmere led twice in that game, but let goals in 77 minutes and 90 minutes to succumb 4-2. And then you've got Town 2, Cheltenham 0, followed by Colchester 2, Fleetwood 1, which we've already talked about. Harrogate 0, Gillingham 3. Harrogate are looking like they're toast, aren't they?
They've got to go. They've got to go. They've got to go down. They can't stay up. They've got no players now. I think they're bringing some nice players in. They've just got they've got Emil Aqua from Dundee. I think it's Dundee. He was at Barrow. I don't know if you remember him. He was striker at Barrow. And they got rid of him. I'm pretty sure he went to Scotland.
We were in for him at one point. Oh, it's a player that was touted as somebody we might be interested in signing.
Yeah, we were looking at Emil Aqua. I like him as a player, but I know a lot of Barrow fans said that he was useless and he just didn't do anything on the pitch. But whether or not he's the answer for Harrogate at the moment, I doubt it. I don't get Harrogate because they got Mason Bennett, didn't they?
I know.
In the summer, the sign, I think it was Mason Bennett. I think that's his name. Pretty sure that's his name. He's played ex-championship kind of level, Derby and stuff like that, and he come to League Two, and I've not seen anything of him. I don't know if he got an injury or what, but they need to get down. They're not doing great, and I'm surprised Simon Weaver's still in the job.
I think the fact that he's the longest serving manager gives him a lot of credit. They're not sort of thinking, what else are we going to do? But you can see him going down with him, and it may well be they stick with him even if they go down just because of that. MK Dons 5, Shrewsbury 1. They were 3-0 up after 34 minutes with a Patterson hat-trick. Luke Offord and Dan Crowley scored in the last 10 minutes to make it 5-1, with Sang scoring for Shrewsbury in the 83rd. Newport 2, Chesterfield 1, so that was looking comfortable for Newport, 2-0 until Markanday scored with 5 minutes left, but that's a real fillip of a scoreline for Newport, who will probably leapfrog. I've not got the table in front of me, but they probably leapfrog Harrogate into second to bottom spot with that. Sorry, you were going to say something?
No, go on.
Salford 1, Bristol Rovers 0. Graydon from Fleetwood getting his goal, so he's looking like value for money so far, getting the winner after 8 minutes.
Yep.
And probably a disappointing result for Walsall. Walsall 0, Accrington 0. It's the first time I've noticed that result today, which suggests probably how interesting it is as a result. It's good for us. It means we catch up on a couple of points.
Downfall of Walsall again, isn't it?
The slippery slides on the way.
I don't understand it.
No, they just seem to be affected by Christmas, don't they? They're doing something wrong with the Christmas dinner. That's the problem.
They seem to be all geared up at the start of the season and think, right, we're going to fight for this season. We're going to crack on. We're going to be top of the league for however long, by as many points, and then gets to around Christmas, November, December time, and like, oh shit.
I mean, you'd be happy with 47 points, or you ought to be happy with 47 points, but it's the fragility, isn't it? That's the problem. They probably won't feel comfortable on 47 points because they're starting to dry up again. And
I don't know. They've got the next couple of games, but I think they need to start picking up some results.
There's a big part of the season, this from Christmas to the end of the season, that's massively mentality driven, isn't it?
Yeah. You got to have players that either have been there before Usually, you get some players in that have done this and that before, where they've gone up a league, or they've been in a relegation. Like I say, if it's a friend, they've been in a relegation scrap and they know how to get out of that relegation scrap. You need players like that in your team who've got experience of that. And I don't know if Warsaw, they've got players like that. They should have. They've got what's his name?
Jamil Matt.
Albert.
Oh yeah.
Adoma, he's obviously been around.
Yeah.
He knows different experiences from different clubs he's been out. There's other players they've got, and it's like I just don't get it. I really don't, and I don't know I reckon if they bottle it again, Matt Sadler's gone. He's got to go.
Yeah,
you can't do that twice.
There's a few that don't like him anyway, isn't there? There's a bit of disquiet about him most of the time. They've got Crawley on Tuesday night and Chesterfield next Saturday, so that's away.
Crawley away.
Crawley at home, Chesterfield away. So the 3 points. If they get 3 points out of that, they'll be lucky.
I like Crawley, and especially I like Crawley with the transfers that they've made. Lolos has come in, Orsey's come in, Gordon's come in. Yeah, they've got quite a few players that have come in. They're actually really nice signings, and so they won again. They won today away at Barrow. Richards obviously another signing that's come in, and he scored from Bradford. So they've got some good players. So
they've got a great start to February though. They've got Bristol Rovers away.
Oh, exactly. So yeah.
So
that should be right.
That might help them.
Yeah.
So league table: Bromley top on 55, Salford next on 49, MK Dons on 47. That's the top three. Cambridge also on 47, but with a massively inferior goal difference. Then you've got Walsall 47, Swindon 46, and Notts 45. So that completes the top of the table in the playoffs. And then you've got Colchester on 42, Chesterfield on 41, and Town on 40, which feels a lot better. And we're a game behind Chesterfield as well, and a game behind Crewe, who are a point behind us in 11th with 39. So that looks a lot better. And although it doesn't feel like we've jumped up the table very much, given some of the results, we've caught up quite a few points and narrowed some quite big gaps there, haven't we, to the teams above, which is always welcome, and that'll come into the fore if we can keep good form going.
Yeah, just like I say, just keep plugging away and keep trying to grind out these results, and hopefully the problem with doing that, you need other teams to drop points. You need the bigger teams to start slipping up a little bit here and there.
What they are doing
for them to catch up.
Just look at today; they're the weeks, aren't they? And some of them are a bit more surprising. So, for example, you've got Swindon Bromley, who was the top of the league, so one of them was going to lose points today, regardless. Who else? Chesterfield's dropped points today, where you'd expect them to get points, and Walsall have dropped points where you'd expect them to get points. So there's something in it every week. So if you're relentless and you're keeping clean sheets and you're scoring a goal, it's a simple game then, isn't it?
Is this the point where we start doing a Donny kind of thing?
I thought that when I was totting up the clean sheet stats. Honestly, while I was thinking, oh shit, why am I totting up these stats while the game's still going? Just thought it was tempting fate, but no. I'd like to think so. It's 5 games, 4 wins, 1 draw. 5 goals scored, none conceded. I mean, there's nothing to complain about. And if you're out, you've got to probably check yourself a little bit. There'll be somebody having a moan about the style of plays. No, we're not exciting or whatever. But I'll stand with being excited with those stats that we've just talked about. Anything else from today's fixtures or today's match that we've missed or anything like that?
No, not from Ed.
Quite a bit of other stuff to talk about. We mentioned Danny Rose departing in the week. The other sort of not so good thing was Doug Tharm injury update. Didn't sound great. Club were going for a second opinion, and in saying that, it wasn't like, we're going to get a second opinion to see if it's because it's not as bad as we thought. It sounded like it's not great, and that's why we want a second opinion. Yeah,
I mean, if he's out for the season, then centre back wise, we can rely on Majan and Lavelle, I suppose. Rogers can go centre back if we need to, and maybe Warren can go right back. We have got Warren who can play centre back as well.
Staunton,
he can go centre back if he needs to.
It's not a panic stations, but he was just getting back to Rolls Royce, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's just one of them things, and I hope he's all right, and I hope he's not out for the season. But if he is, then he is, and just hopefully he comes back from that injury and he comes back the better player and
well, he's signed up for the next couple of seasons, isn't he? So he's going to be back.
Yeah, I'm not sure when his contract runs out.
I think he was. He's just signed a 2.5-year deal from this season.
Yes, he did, because we had Polly on, didn't we?
Yeah, and he signed it a minute before, or it was announced a minute before.
That's it.
Yeah, signing this time of the season to get to the end of the season plus whatever. It's an ideal time to tie players up, isn't it? So yeah, disappointing, but it kind of goes with the territory, unfortunately. And I remember the incident in the first half last week, and he seemed to, I don't know if his feet caught or he kind of looked overextended. His bottom half was going one way, his top half was going the other, and something gave into it, and it clearly was his hamstring. But yeah, we wish him well, speedy recovery. Midweek we had a Lincolnshire Senior Cup game against Clee Town, local derby, El Fishico, and Town turned out 2-0 winners to progress to the Link Senior Cup final. Not top on everybody's list of silverware, but a useful development game run out for a competitive run out for players nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a run out for youngsters, isn't it? Academy players or whatever else they want to use. Under 21s, under 18s. Cookie got a start as well to try and get his fitness back up as well. So yeah, it's one of them games that it's for legs that need to be freshened up.
But it's competitive because the other team really want to win, because them getting to the Links Cup final would have been, and beating Town would have been a big thing, wouldn't it? For them.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'd rather not be in it if it was up to me. I'm not really that bothered about it, and I think many Town fans are. Yeah. It's just another fixture we kind of don't need. If you want to go with it, then maybe just give it to the under 21s or something, and have them represent us, kind of thing, and that can be another fixture for them. But I don't think we need it. It's an added, competition we don't really need.
Having said that, I think Dave Artell's used it to his advantage in saying, I need this guy to have half an hour, I need this player to do this in a competitive circumstance, because they say, don't they, fitness is good fitness is just not about fitness, it's about in the match situation. So yeah, and he got his first goal from the penalty spot. Clark Adura put us ahead after 6 minutes, and Cookie scored from the spot from what was a clear penalty. And he made no bones about sticking it in the back of the net. And he had everyone disallowed for offside just before that, at which he gave the linesman a severe staring down. Wasn't very happy. So he's got that hunger and instinct. So we've talked about the recent games, mainly in the league. We've got cup action coming up. Wolves tickets seem to be selling reasonably well. I would imagine it'll be a sellout. There was a few seats on when I went and booked mine last night. You got yours sorted?
Yeah, mine are all got and safely in my back pocket. Well, not back pocket, but in my phone. Yeah. I don't know when general sale is, do you?
I don't know. I don't know who's on after Monday. It's I would imagine that it's 1878, and club members after that, and then general sale. But it'll be.
Yeah, I need to try and get some general sale tickets, but I think it's going to be like gold dust trying to get some.
I think you might be right. It's something we can check up on. But talking of club stuff, 13th of February, that same week actually, on the Friday between 6 and 8 p.m, fans forum at Blundell Park. Another one of the fans forums, which seem to be pretty well supported and attending. The club seem to like to drop them in at least a couple of times a year with some good regularity, and they're a great opportunity certainly for output like ours to get some contact with the club and get a bit of an inside track on what's going on. It looks like it's going to be Polly, Andrew and David again, so that'll be interesting to attend. And the other thing about dates is we've got some fixture rearrangements which are pretty much around that same time. We've got Accrington and Salford have been dropped in around those fixtures. So we've now got, as you said earlier, 4 games in 10 days around that early to mid-Feb period. We've got Accrington on the Tuesday, Wolves on the Sunday, Accrington on the Wednesday, Wolves on the Sunday, Walsall on the Wednesday, and then an away game at Bristol Rovers on the Saturday, all within those 10 days. So, challenging periods to come, which is why the discussions about players not travelling and players not being involved is quite an important one, because you've got likes of Amalazor and Walker, as we said, not been playing. They're pretty good replacements if you're struggling with your first selections. Let's just say from today, isn't it?
Yeah. We need, like I say, rotation, and I think I've said it before. I think it was last season as well. Our squad depth's got a lot better the last couple of seasons compared to where it used to be, especially in midfield. Beforehand, you never used to be able to pick a midfield. It had to be the same ones because we didn't have anyone else in that position. But and Walker's obviously been missing today. Mario's all, like you say. Top of my head, I can't think of who else has been missing. I think that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, we've rotated some others, haven't we? So McEachran and people like that have been brought on, but included. You
would have thought the ones on the bench possibly will start on Tuesday. So maybe Cookie will start on Tuesday, McEachran, Kabia maybe at some point. Maybe, I don't know. Or Kabia instead of Cook, we'll see.
But we've got quality options all the way, haven't we? That's the point.
Staunton will probably start on Tuesday as well.
Yeah, but if let Sweeney have some sleep, the poor lad. He'll be with the feeds. Ticket news for you from Wolves. Wolves availability. Tickets go on sale to season ticket holders on 1-1 from the 19th of January, ending on reserved until 27th of January. That's next Tuesday. Tickets go on sale to 1878 club members on a 1-for-1 basis from 9 a.m. on Friday after that, which is the 30th of January. Subject to availability, tickets will then go on to Mariners Trust members on a 1-for-1 basis from 9 a.m. and online at 10 a.m. in store from Thursday the 5th, before going on general sale from 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. in store on Monday the 9th of Feb. It's a fair way off that, isn't it?
It does make you wonder, doesn't it? 9th of Feb, general sale. There's no wonder people can't get tickets unless they're actually a member.
Yeah.
For me, that I don't know if there's either too many memberships or they just need to bring the dates back, or don't have them once.
It feels a bit long, that, doesn't it? I mean, that's what, a fortnight away, isn't it?
Yeah, and I just feel like people don't get a chance. I've had people message me, well, not message me, get in touch with me that they want a ticket. There are tickets that I have seen that are available, but I'm not always going to get them. I can't be that quick on them. I would have thought they'd be gone by the time it gets general sale.
I would have thought season ticket holders by Monday, club members by the following Friday, and then the following Monday, general sale. I don't know. There may be a reason for it. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Be interesting to see how that pans out. But yeah, I think the truth of the matter is there won't be any seats spare on the day, and it will be sold out going forward. Thinking back to last week, see Kizzy had his red card rescinded. Dean Brennan's been charged by the FA, and Barnet fans don't seem to want to own the fact that Carnu was a bit snide and definitely a bit snaky, putting his elbow in on Corey on his way past, and probably should have had a red card. And if they want to argue the toss and all those other things, they probably should be having a look at that as well.
Yeah, I think the Kizzy decision is right. I think it should have been rescinded. Don't think it was a red at all. I think that's spot on.
I thought it was a foul. Definitely a foul. He was grabbing him.
Yeah. And... I don't think it was a red though.
Yeah.
Brennan's FA charged that. From what I've heard, he's just said some really bad things to the ref. I couldn't hear what he was saying.
The thing is, you can't do that. And if you do that, you get what's coming, whether the ref's right or wrong. And you're not going to get away with it. Sorry, but. No.
And then Carnu, he deserved a red card. I don't know why Barnet fans are still going on about it, saying it's not a red, but
he only jumped
if you watch it, if you watch it back, you can clearly see he's swung an arm.
You don't go like that on your way past, yeah.
No.
So, yeah, it's a bit of a grub move, that one, I thought, but we covered it last week, and we just about managed to get the footage that showed it, but it was difficult. But there were a lot of people, particularly people who were mid-Findus and John. And then we're going to John Smith. Might as well just give it all its names on it. John Smith, Ramsden's. Yeah. Let's just do the Finderstand tombola and see what name comes out. But yeah, that's. There's quite a few people who saw for definite that it was an elbow, and I'd say we pretty much got it sorted. We've got off Chishmanga from Barnet going back as well to Barnet. Any other observations from around football this week? Have we got anything else to go on?
No, I don't think we have. Gilson scores today, didn't he?
Yes, yeah. Gilson's goal was his second
Again?
in 2. I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but I think I uncovered the reason why he probably chose Buxton. He's quite friendly with the manager's son, apparently, quite tight with him. So
yeah, you did say that.
Did I say that last week? I wasn't sure whether
you did.
I wasn't sure it was before or after the pod that I got that info. The other thing with the league is against Newport on the 7th of Feb. Kickoff's 3:01 to make awareness of the sort of CPR campaign that Tom Lockie is pushing for cardiac arrest, making sure that people know what to do. And there's some really easy ways in which you can find out and train yourself with free training from online on what to do if you come across somebody who's got that, and it could be the difference between life and death. So I'm not sure why 3:01 makes it a talking point, but it's worked. We're talking about it. So that's certainly done its bit. So in a week where Town have got their 5th game on the trot where they've not let a goal in, 4th match in a row where they've won a league game, 5 wins in a row if you count the cup. Things are looking up after 8 and 9 games without a win just before that, and would lead to quite a nice echoey round of up the Chuffy Mariners! Get in there! Well, that was a good one. Yeah, up the Mariners. We'll talk next week, mate.
We will, and I look forward to hopefully a win.
Let's hope so.
Or wins.
Yeah, let's hope so. Take care, buddy.
You too.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's 3 Fish on the Shirt, your ultimate Grimsby Town podcast. Thanks for tuning in and being part of our community, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on Apple Podcast, through Amazon, Audible, Spotify, iHeartRadio or Podchaser, or anywhere else you get your podcasts from. If you're loving what we're doing and want more match analyses, in-depth discussions, exclusive interviews, then just hit subscribe. It's completely free and it helps us grow to bring you even better content, and it keeps that Mariners conversation alive. If you want to listen on the go, just ask your smart speaker to search for 3 Fish on the Shirt, Grimsby Town Podcast, or find us at any of the podcast locations we've already mentioned. Drop a comment, leave a review, and share the pod with fellow Mariners, because football's always better when we talk about it together. Until next time, up the Mariners!
Person that's inside